Welcome, or, actually, thank you. I don't know why I'm saying welcome. I don't have anybody on here with me. It is 12, going on 12:42 a.m. So it's a brand new day, and I'm sitting on my front porch where I haven't gone to sleep yet, but um, I'm sitting here enjoying the evening, enjoying my front porch, and thinking, reflecting on a couple things. I guess there's something very special about. Oh, see my little poochie belly here, right? Belt's undone. How classy. I was actually heading up to bed and then got sidetracked, and here I am out on my front porch alone. I spend quite a lot of time alone, people. And it's taking me a long time. It has taken me a long time just to be comfortable alone. I don't know if it's because I was raised in a home where there were 9 people always, or many times in the house, plus 2 dogs usually, sometimes more people than that, but it was pretty tight quarters. And then immediately, I didn't live on my own at all. I actually hope that each of my kids are able to be alone and be healthy by themselves, right? And so I never learned that. I never learned how to do that. And I say never. I guess I'm learning now how to do that because, um, yeah, I mean, basically, I was living at home in college, but got into conflict. Left my parents' house, not on great circumstances, but I worked very hard to be healthy as possible, as I left, right? I mean, as a young college girl, even as a young, probably 10, 9, 10, or 11-year-old, I can remember being very aware of not wanting to have the same relationship with my mom that she had with her mom. And I felt immense and enormous responsibility towards that because my mom resented her mom and dad so badly. I mean, so much. To this day, my mom's still alive, but it's just, I feel like it's a faith thing. I feel like, like my grandparents' faith, my mom resented it. She hates it. And she actually in a hostile way has said she had it jammed down her throat all the time. But my mom is also incredibly stubborn. Sorry, mom, if you decide to watch this, but you're incredibly stubborn, and sometimes I think you can't see what part you play in things. Well, anyways, I worked very hard at a young age not to be like, not to recreate this relationship that mirrored my mom and her mom. And yet, in many ways, because of who my mom is, that's how my relationship is with my mom, because she's part of the relationship. And so, yeah. Then I moved into a house with a family, and then I moved into a house with a bunch of college girls, and then and then I moved into another house with my boyfriend and some college girls, and then I got pregnant right after and I lived at a Camp Jeanette with brown people. I was never alone. I was never single and alone. I was never independent. I have a dear friend, and I know, Joe, if you watch this, but I mean, she's just one of those people that like you can pick up with her right where you left off, right? And I met her at Camp Jeanette, and Joe Atkins is her maiden name, Joe Atkins. Um, and so funny because she and I were in New York City and eating grapes. Like we bought the same, like I spent a ton of money on this Banana Republic. I think she was like, you only live once. And I bought this Banana Republic, I don't know, like jacket. And then we both bought these J. Crew flannels. And she and I are like eating grapes and having cheese. And we were having a picnic in Central Park. And I was being ridiculous. And I was like, I think I'm falling in love with myself. And I was just being stupid and absurd, and she just cracked up. In fact, she brought it up. She read a beautiful poem at my wedding. She was able to come. Both of us married young, and she was wise enough to get out of a bad marriage. I stayed in one. I really worked at it. I worked at it. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, Joe, sweetheart, any of you really, if I've ever like found myself, I've thought about just traveling the globe. I don't really want to do that by myself. I want to do that with my with my soulmate, right? For the man that's going to hold me if I was dying, he would hold me and caress me and rock me and keep me close and, die gently with me if we both had to die at the moment together. But if I died in his arms or he died in mine, and that would be beautiful. That's who I want to travel the world with. So, but yeah, I love the night. It's really beautiful to be outside in the middle of the night. Don't you think? See ya.